Hey, welcome everybody to the Adept Icarus YouTube channel. You are here today because you love us, or because you want to watch some cool stuff about making games together. Anyway, so today we are going to be building out a new realm for our game Vi, which is a tarot and dice TTRPG game. We're going to do that with some friends, and it's going to be really fun. This new realm was based on the Munn tarot card, and yeah, we'll talk about it more in a minute, but I'm going to first introduce the rest of the people who are going to join. As always, for our Vi streams, we are joined by the illustrious, you're illustrious today, Earhart. Welcome.
I've never been described as illustrious before, and I think I'm going to put it in all of my bios. I liked that. That felt good.
You should.
Thanks for having me again,
Yeah.
Will. As always, appreciate it.
Yeah. Super excited for this one. This is one of our original, I think it was in the first three realms that we made for Vi and actually made playable, and we did play testing with it forever. But now we're going to go back and actually add a lot of detail and a lot of really interesting components to this, so that it not only can it be a place that someone is from, it's also a place that players can visit as they're discovering the different parts of this game.
I really hope that we break in some way where we upset Ike, who's been playtesting this realm for months and months and months. So I can't wait to go back to that group and be like, guess what? We changed everything. Woohoo.
I'm looking forward to that. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, Ike's a good sport. I think they'll pick it well. Okay, so, and then I guess the important part here, the really important part, I got to introduce a couple of guests that are going to join us today. And these are both people who I met through sort of our kind of getting people to know Arium back in the day, before and right after the original Kickstarter. And so I'm super excited. I love that we made great friends during that whole process, and now we get to see some of them again and hang out. It's very cool. So first off, I'm going to introduce you to, and you should probably know them if you don't already, but now you will. Bee Zelda, who actually is featured on some videos on this channel. So you can go back and watch those if you want to. We did a really fun Arium game that M ran, and I think originally streamed it on PG Law's Twitch. Yeah,
absolutely. Oh my god. Aw. That game too, I made a lot of lasting friendships that just ended up being fabulous. So with that being said, hi, my name is Bee. My pronouns are they, them. Podcaster, streamer, writer, sensitivity consultant, overall just a person that likes to hang out.
Awesome. Well, we're super happy to have you, and I'm excited for the fun we're going to have together making this Moon realm. Yeah. And then we're also going to be joined by Lex Burney, who is the artist for the Moon realm. Yeah.
Hi. Hello. Hi. I never know what to say in these sorts of things, so hello. That's it.
Whole mood.
Sometimes I like to just join something and be like, hi, I'm me.
Right. And then just long wave.
It feels like enough sometimes, right?
I mean, I'm an illustrator. I stream. I play games. I like to play test things, but I never know what to say about those things. It's
how do you pick? That's the thing. When you do so many and you've been involved in so many projects, how do you be here's the one thing I'm really proud of? Because probably proud of all of them.
There's no way to pick.
Definitely true. Definitely. Well, let's see. Should we talk a little bit more about this realm? I guess maybe we got to look at what we're dealing with here.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us more.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and I'll share the big old Miro board. So this these are all the realms we've been working on building more detail into for the game. The game it's very tightly aligned to tarot. There are 22 major arcana cards in a tarot deck. If you don't know that, they range from like titles from the Fool, which is the first card, all the way to the World, which is the last card. And Em and I were, I don't know how to describe this, audacious enough, I guess.
That's a great word for it. Yeah.
Yeah. We were audacious enough to decide that we would make a realm for each of those 22 major arcana cards and have the possibility for players to be a character from one of those realms.
I would like to specify, Will. A realm is not just like a kingdom. It's like a whole ass, its own world.
Yeah.
And so it has its own specific genre.
It's its own universe.
It has its own people, has its own magic, it has its own technology.
That's
and
significant.
So this genre hopping, like we have so many different, 22 different, completely its own unique things. It does become a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also what makes it exciting.
Yes. But that's also why I deeply appreciate you two coming on and like helping us with this, because with two minds trying to come up with all this, we're not going to have all the perspectives and creativity to make each realm feel unique and awesome. So I just want to say huge thanks for being willing to join us.
Yeah. It's been really fun so far. We've done a few of these before, but I'm so excited to do this one. So it's there's a few things that we kind of want to line up first before we get too far into it, but I think really what we ought to do is maybe just dive in and say what's not in this realm, right? That's a great place to start, I feel like. So I've got two pre-populated ideas here, right? That there's no intellectual property. We're not going to use somebody else's intellectual property because we want to make a game and sell it, right? But also we want to avoid, basically, I mean, I could have labeled this hate, I could have called it whatever, but basically we want to avoid those types of things. In addition, we can use this as a way to limit ourselves that can create some creativity, which I don't recall. Did we do, Lex, was your group the one that we did where there were no people with two arms? Oh, might be.
You're muted, Lex.
Silent spell has been cast upon you, my friend.
I don't know why I'm muted. Oh, but no, I was not a part of that. But that sounds like a really interesting world building ism.
It was really, really interesting, yeah. But anyway, so there's possibility to do interesting things like that and say, hey, we're going to include something that we want to exclude, and that'll then follow that we have to like do some interesting things later on. But before we enter our lacuni for this one, right? And we also want to, like, anything that we want to be, review in terms of safety or things like that, we definitely should do. But we also want to just mention that this realm is based around the Munn tarot card. And we're looking at a couple of interpretations of the Munn tarot card. We have sort of our rising face-up version of the Munn tarot card and our falling or face-down version of the Munn tarot card.
So, as somebody who doesn't really, don't really engage with a lot of tarot content, if you draw this card and you're trying to do a reading, how do I interpret those adjectives to the moon? Like, what is that connection?
That's a great question. I don't actually do tarot readings myself.
Okay.
And so I don't know if I can answer that. I mean, I can tell you what I know is, usually it's you read into it basically ideas based off of this. And
Okay.
based on where you're placing in a reading, sometimes it can be, hey, this is your past, your present, your future, right? And they can represent different things depending on what the spread looks like. And the spread is just like where the cards are laid out.
Okay. Cool.
However, in relevance to our game specifically, you're going to do a life path spread to build your character. So it's randomizing
Cool.
your character generation. It becomes like its own little mini game. So
Mhm.
when people draw from the major arcana, they're going to be discovering where they're from. So we don't have to worry about these words in a reference to a character's reading or what's happening in the world.
Correct.
It's going to be, okay, we want to give a snapshot of like the art will show like what type of world they're from. Some artists are including what a character could look like.
Okay.
And so that should be the impact. We want to pull kind of the meaning from the card into the world, but we don't have to worry about how it's going to be changing the story.
Correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
So for the world. And the other thing to keep in mind is all of these realms have sort of a rising age and a falling age. And so we want to keep in mind that sort of dichotomy when we're thinking about the things that we're putting together for it. So for the majority of the time, probably maybe this realm is in a rising age and things are going pretty good. And then at some point, there'll be some sort of catalyst and things will start to go worse, right? And that is also something that could be exposed to a character from here, right?
Cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So are the ones on the left pretty much if you were to be up and the other on the right is if it's reversed? Or is it
Not
just
necessarily?
Okay.
Yeah. Some of them find themselves more aligned to thinking about it this way. This one in particular is like, it doesn't feel like hidden enemies, danger, darkness, terror, deception, and error. Feels like a rising sort of things are going pretty good sort of scenario, right? So that's something to keep in mind. Like, I don't think these necessarily describe rising.
I was going to ask if
I mean-
because that could be a neat element of it, that the
Right?
rising of it
Could be.
is this,
Like evil, dark. It's giving
Monsters from
Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like big
Ganondorf.
person,
I
too much
love that.
power.
Whereas the other one, it's like you go from this heyday of villainy and all that to it's falling apart now. There's silence and kind of not stability, but like this kind of sense of it's all gone out of control.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. I love that.
And we may be able to make that work. I think it would be really cool if we can. The other thing, do you want to review sort of like the tags for this realm that we had put together, Em?
Sure. My internet's a little finicky, so if I cut out, just bear with me, please.
Yep.
Since we have created something for this realm before, these are the tags that we made for our first rough draft. So we were like, okay, there should be like, this is following the upright tags, like you were saying, Forta. We have like those, we were kind of focusing on like this powerful but kind of evil, quote unquote, worlds. We were doing like survival of the fittest, this gothic horror fantasy. We were picturing like tall, slender towers, a full moon at night, thick layers of fog that roll across the city, a fragmented society. We were thinking we could have different types of supernatural groups, whether that be werewolves or a cult or a coven or whatever we wanted to do there. And they had their own little societies and they're kind of vying for power against each other. And then secret powers, maybe you don't know where your power comes from. Maybe you made an eldritch pact with something. And yeah, that was kind of our original concept that we had put into here. I'm happy tweaking these somewhat. If you guys like these, we can run with it. Whatever you feel.
We have at least one viewer that likes the rising age of villainy, so it's good. It's good. All right. So with those things in mind, we don't necessarily want to contradict them with our lacunae if we can avoid it. But, then again, I think anything is up for discussion here. We can potentially change it all. So let's put maybe just a couple of minutes on a timer for us, and we can put down our ideas for things that we don't want to be in this world. And if you have some, good. If you don't have any, that's okay too. But we will allow some time for it. I think 2 minutes seems to be enough on this usually. Em, you agree?
I do agree.
If we need more time, just say so. We absolutely can add more. But I'll set a 2-minute timer and we can just write those ideas. So go ahead. You can use these sort of salmon-y pink stickies up here at the top for Lacuni.
Perfect.
I hate when I start this and then my brain just goes absolutely blank.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like, I know I have an idea. Mine kind of goes in line with that stuff.
I apologize if some of the stuff I'm putting in there is a little bit iffy. It's that stuff that when you say gothic horror, that same time era was doing, and I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that.
100%. I instantly was like, okay, what are the stereotypes? What are the ones that I know? Okay, why are they problematic? Right. Okay. Ooh. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm just going to bring this one in. If you're still typing one, go ahead and finish it. That's fine.
I don't know how to phrase this one.
Maybe we can help.
I don't want like any real religions to be referenced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that and going,
How do you phrase?
Yeah. Real world religion.
I'm struggling on like how to not make it exclusively Eurocentric, because I know a lot of Gothic.
Yeah, I was doing that thinking too, but I'm like, how do you condense that into a couple words?
Right.
Yeah.
Isolationism, but not really. I just don't know.
Well, let's review what we have. So we have self-harm, human sacrifices. I agree with you. I think the blood magic concept kind of goes with that. We know abundance. That's interesting. No rise of nationalism. No eugenics. No real world religion. Good with that, because I mean, remember, this is a fictional realm, so I don't think it would make sense at all.
Sure.
Advanced technology.
Advanced, like modern level advanced, or advanced like
Great question.
That is actually a really good question. Like, advanced has a lot of layers, like Star Wars. Are we going Star Trek?
I was thinking like nothing beyond like industrial times, right?
Okay.
A bit more simple than that, or like maybe
So no silicon, no vacuum tubes.
Mm-hmm.
Or if vacuum
now mnemonic tubes.
It's that. Yeah, that early era of it.
Yes.
Like, this thing will explode.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I also put no wanderer, caravan, or stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for the right words for that. I think I found them.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. Okay. Is there anything we need to discuss about any of these?
You know what? Can I add one more real quick?
Surely. And the thing about this is you can add something to here anytime if you just want to, yeah.
We're just going to put it there.
There we go.
We're just not. We're just not.
Okay, great.
It's just so much more than that, you know?
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot. That's going to make this really, I think, rich and interesting.
Because there's so many types of Gothic that are so fun.
Underexplored, yeah.
Like, I am a big fan of Southern and Western Gothic, just because of how weirdly, like, empty everything is.
I like that.
It sounds like we honestly have the perfect crew to make this realm, and I'm so hyped right now. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Come on.
All right. Do we feel good about our Lacuni?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And like you said, we can come back and add stuff if something comes up.
You certainly can, yeah. If we crop up with something, it's like, ooh, could we avoid that? No problem. Let's do that later if we need to. All right, from now on, we'll use the colored, the different colored stickies that have your name by them. Hopefully the colors are okay. Mm-hmm. And if you don't like them, we can change them. So just highlight them all and select the color fill and change it. Okay. But the goal is now to build out what is in the world. And during the universal step, we will focus on things that are larger than life, basically, for lack of a better word. These are things like genre, tone, how, of course, like your sci-fi fantasy type genres, but you can go, one or two steps deeper than that in terms of genre. Like you could go to subgenres or subgenres. That's fine. If that expresses what you're hoping for. Light, dark, happy, sad, like tone and feeling, right? Emotions are a good thing to use at this level. Am I missing anything, Em?
No. Nope, I don't think so at all.
Yeah, so we'll just put down some ideas like that. We'll probably sort of keep some of the stuff that's, here. But we could potentially rule some of it out if it made sense to do that. Mm-hmm. If it's in conflict with stuff that we're going to vote for. I don't think we'll actually vote for these, but we might group stuff around them if that makes sense. So, what do you think? 2 minutes again?
Yep, works for me.
Okay. Let's do some ideas.
Oh, can I spell words, though?
That's the real question.
My brain is not braining, but I cannot make it do the braining.
Right. Let's try to picture what we've established.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That I can't think of how to word that better.
No, I mean that is clear. Strange dog barking outside.
If you're writing one, go ahead and finish it. That's totally good. Okay. I'll read these ones.
Okay.
So we have monsters in quotation marks. We have magic with cost. We have wild versus civil. We have raucous villainy. We have any subgenre gothic, as opposed to, yeah. We have science is suspicious. I like how you framed that. I think that's good. Risk, always risk. That might go with the magic with the cost, potentially. Just thinking ahead. Power struggles and strange weather patterns. Ooh, yeah, that's fun. So the way this works is we can combine any of these if they are like sort of pretty similar. That's easy to do. That's why I think these two that's kind of a no-brainer. We'll combine them together. I might even move this one to the front so that it's on top.
Can I alter the wording of that?
Sure.
Yeah, sorry. My brain finally caught up with what I was trying to say. If the typing will type. There we go.
There you go.
Now, give it that.
Okay. And then we also had late edition natural versus people-made structures.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Trying to figure out. Yeah, I've been stuck on like the wording of that one as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
Man versus nature. That's, like, big scale.
Yes, but like with the build-in version.
Yeah. So we can combine these if, like, anyone can propose to combine two of these. There's a couple reasons to do it. The first one is just because they're, in the same vein. They feel like they would just basically go together. The other reason you would combine things is because they're better together than they are apart, more interesting together than they are apart. Or, as I've sometimes said in the past, probably about 1 billion times, more awesome together than they are apart. Anyone can propose that, but the people who wrote the items need to agree in order for them to be combined. That's it. It's the only rule.
Can I propose to combine wild versus civil with monsters?
Ooh.
I have a
like
question.
that.
Why is monsters in quotation marks?
Right.
What's that mean, Will?
Is it the sense of not every monster on the surface?
Monster.
Yeah, and not every person is a decent upstanding.
Yes, that's
Nice.
exactly. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. So yeah, I think putting those together would be excellent. What else?
I feel like maybe strange weather patterns marries really nicely with natural versus people-made structures. So now I'm feeling like, what are those weather patterns making happen in the world?
Ooh. Yes. Very much on board for that.
Bizarre thought. Can we combine both of those with survival of the fittest?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
For sure.
Nice.
I wonder if fragmented society goes with wild versus civil and monsters as well.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay. that up there. What else?
Did we put always risk and power struggles together? I wasn't sure if that was...
We hadn't yet, but I feel like they do make sense together.
I agree. I would say that or magic with a cost. Because
Yeah.
Why not all three?
definitely could be all three. Definitely could be all three.
I'm good with that. Okay.
So can I clarify one of my cards?
Please.
Mhm.
So Raucous Villainy is, I was thinking, if players are playing one of these quote unquote monsters, right? Let's say that they are playing a vampire. I wanted to give them the option to not be like grim and I'm tortured by this. It's okay to be like what you are. Like maybe players celebrate.
Let's combine that with secret powers.
All right, I'm down.
I love it. Owie. Smack myself in the head.
Yeah? Are you good with that?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Excellent.
How am I supposed to vote on these?
And then lastly, maybe curses and science is suspicious. I feel like there's some bridging there.
I feel like there's definitely some bridging there.
First thing my brain jumps to is like that's how the Victorian era was super haunted because of the carbon monoxide.
Right. Everybody's seeing ghosts and hallucinating.
Yeah. I love that.
Whoa, okay.
That's fun. All right. Well, we could do a vote. Or we could keep all of this.
I'm cool with keeping it all.
I'd love to try and keep it all and see what works and what doesn't.
Do we want to should we try a vote?
Yeah, I'm just curious what people would vote for.
Yeah, let's do it.
Which are the concepts people are most excited about?
Yeah, I will set it up for us here really quick. So this just takes a second. I just need to select the groups that you can vote for. And then, let's see, there's 6 of them. I'm going to say, let's just have everybody pick like their favorite 2 or 3. What do you think?
How many? There's 6. 3.
3?
Please.
Okay, let's do 3. Let's see what happens. So you should get an invitation on your screen to join voting. If you just click that, then you should just see a little plus on each of them.
Oh no, I want them all.
Now I have to decide. Oh no.
Oh, this sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
3 was hard. We needed 4.
All right, let's see what we ended up with. Interesting.
Very interesting. Okay.
Hilarious.
I'm a little sad that Raucous Villainy did not get more votes than it did, but
I would love it, but it's more specific. You know, everything else kind of gives us a little bit more generalization to work with.
Yeah. Well, I think we can. I mean, it's funny because everything actually did get a vote, and that doesn't happen all the time. So I think I'm just going to reorder them so that we know sort of the order of their votes. And we can think about that as we work on the additional sort of steps.
Cool.
So 4, we've got our 4 up at the top, then our 3 here. And our 2 next, kind of there. And then at the bottom we have our 1s. So, yeah. So I think if we focus in toward these ones, that'll be... It's funny that this is the only one we were unanimous on, the Fragmented Society monsters. That's good. Okay. All right. Well, I think we have our universal figured out. Let's move on to big picture. So this one can be a little confusing sometimes. It's sort of the next iteration, I guess. It feels like you should probably go deeper than we ask you to. So it's very high level still. We're talking about like continents, wars. How does the magic work if there is magic? How does the technology work if there is technology? Like getting into some of those types of
Okay.
specifics, it's still very abstract in a lot of ways, right?
So it's like almost like the general answers to some of the questions, if
Yes.
the stuff in the universe was posed as questions.
Correct. But what we don't want to get into are things like, hey, what's the history? What's the culture and organizations of this realm like? What are the specific landmarks that you could visit? Who are the people? And some of the types of physical items that you might run into individually. Pretty much a good way to think about the big picture is you usually won't use proper nouns here. That all comes later.
Okay, I think I need examples again, because yeah. Because like if we wanted to answer like what does our fragmented society look like, would that be something big picture-y?
I think so. Yeah. You could say, maybe there is what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, Em. Maybe there's a schism between, like, if we picked monsters, right? If we picked like just the most generic monsters and the most overplayed schism between them, we could say, oh, werewolves and vampires hate each other, right? That would be a thing that you could put here, I think.
There's
Okay.
a council of all the leads of their sections and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
They have to respect each other or else there'd be all-out war. Or maybe there was a war that's what happened here.
So instead of going deeper into what that organization actually looks like,
Correct.
It's just, this is a thing.
It exists, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If our society is going to be fragmented based on something, can it be like, what else do we have? We've got sciences as curses, maybe.
My
cost.
my stupid Dr. Seuss brain is like, it's about what you eat. People are upset about the different meals.
Well, I mean, abundance was listed as a thing that isn't in this world.
I mean, I don't mind that kind of a story. It's something. It's harsh and dark, but it's something that everybody can, I don't know, add to.
Do we want to give a little bit more time for this one, do you think? Maybe 3 minutes?
So.
Yeah.
I need more time for my brain to actually start running.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do 3 minutes and we'll just put down some ideas here and then we'll talk through them and maybe expand on them or find ways to combine them.
I know I say this every stream, Will, but big picture is my most difficult subsection.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
You don't think so? I've never said that before.
You've said that?
So wild versus civil. So I'm just going to be writing a bunch of things, kind of, it's going to be a brain vomit.
Perfect. That's exactly what we want.
Oh no.
This is a stupid thing to write, it feels like, but yeah.
Hey, we gotta get it in.
Oop, 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 oop.
Oh, that's
That was
later.
not
That's
supposed
for
to happen.
later.
Like, why? I tried to copy that and paste that.
You can totally do
Well,
that
let me
later.
get this for you. I think I can help you and just do.
There.
Was this your color? No.
Close enough.
Bam.
Thank you.
You're so welcome.
I was literally just trying to duplicate that sticky note, and then it's just like, what?
Okay. That's our time. So let's see what we came up with. Would you like to read through them, Em?
Yes, I would love to. I have monologuing is power, which is incredible because that's a huge villain moment.
Yeah.
I said moon goddess is the origin of the original creators or like
Ooh.
makers, right? I just kind of liked the idea that everyone's fighting because they want mom's attention.
Yes.
A council of the eldest or the strongest makers. New moon night cause people to lose access to magic.
Ooh.
Wind and water sculpted flutes that people do certain activities when they sound interesting. Okay.
I could have worded that a lot better, but that's what it is.
Would you like to clarify it? Is there anything not captured in that?
Yeah, so they're made naturally, but people like believe they have power, or maybe they do have power. I don't know the answer to that.
Oh, okay. So it's like when they hear these things make a sound, the culture does a thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
It's giving the purge.
I've never actually seen it.
Elaborate underground water waves serve as ley lines.
Love that.
Class wars. The moon controls the weather. Scientific creations versus magical creations viewed very differently. Interesting. Religion is cultural.
That's
Quotations on religion.
That's a silly thing to write because yes, religion is cultural. Yes.
Society fragmented by their access to food or whatever they eat, or what they eat. Magic can only be used to cast under moonlight or risk something to use it. That's sick.
That kind of aligns with like I think up there the new moon. Somebody wrote that one, so I've been seeing some same brain cells.
I love that. Fragmentation from open versus reserved groups. Ooh, can you tell me more about that one?
Like I was thinking about that. Like specifically, you know how some cultures are like, you can't be too open and obvious because that's rude. And some cultures are like, if you're not open and obvious, that's rude.
Yes. Oh, fun.
That's super cool. That's super cool. We have water is power. We have so many same concepts running through us.
I love this.
Awesome. Two people who say thanks to the moon differently.
That was a weird way to word that. It was it seems like we kind of have like two cultures, so like they have different ways to say their thank you to the moon for everything that she's doing.
Amazing.
Mommy moon.
Wild eating habit versus civil way to consume.
Mm.
Yep. The messy eaters. Ugh, so gauche. Weather is infused with magic. Rain magic infuses crops, thus magic food. That's sick. And then disputes over how to build.
Ooh.
Dang, y'all.
So I see a few that we might want to combine because they are like the same vein.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let's hit some of those really quick.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, the first one would be New Moon. People might lose access to magic along with,
This one?
Because I kind of like, okay, so remind me, a new moon is like the no moon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I like the idea that magic it is inextricably tied to the moon. But like, maybe you can use magic during the daytime if the moon is, it's a clear day. You can only do it outside when the moon is visible.
Mm-hmm.
What about this one? Does that fall into that grouping as well?
Yeah, I feel like that does.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Totally agree.
What else?
With I feel like there's a few water ones in here.
Mm-hmm.
Water is power, waterways is ley lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. And then we also have two
and
weather
the weather
ones that we
infused
could
with
connect.
magic.
So like these two are both kind of weather related. I feel like I saw another one.
There's the one that says wind and water sculpted flutes, but that's not quite the same.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I think that is what I was thinking of.
Water is power in the elaborate, yeah.
I do like that combination.
Ley lines. Mm-hmm. Because it's like water is the
Weird
vessel for
thought.
magic.
Yeah.
Weird
It's
thought.
a conduit, but from the moon to us.
Well, the moon also controls the water, but Lex, yeah.
The moon mom business, the combining with moon controls the weather, that seems fun.
That is actually really cool. Like, what if there was like this cultural understanding that you can interpret mother's like mood based on what the weather is?
Mm-hmm.
Or you can like
Mom's
that's like some
angry,
kind of
she's throwing hail at us.
Is this Moon Mom up here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Moon Goddess?
Sorry.
Yeah, moon mummy.
Okay. Yeah, if we like that, we'll put those together.
Mm-hmm.
So quickly on the water though, if we don't have abundance, is water like
I feel like water should be the one thing that is in abundance, if that makes sense. Just
Okay.
'cause
Mm-hmm.
otherwise it's like, how do you survive?
it's so
Well,
true.
if it's only underground in waterways,
I guess otherwise
also-
we're waiting for
it could be hard to get to. Only wells and things like that, right?
yeah.
I'm also kind of flexible on abundance. I was the one that wrote that. I just didn't want there to be enough things that people need in order for everyone to like hoard it and live in like luxury, right?
Got it.
Yeah. So like people can have their needs met, but if somebody else tries to take more than their share, it's going to put pressure on other people.
Oh, okay, I like that. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we kind of combined things that were same. Maybe we should combine things that are just super badass to be together.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking at now. Like disputes over how to solve things.
Mhm.
I mean, dispute over how to build.
This could go the scientific creations, magical creations viewed differently could go with that. The way I was thinking about it anyway. Actually,
So
that goes
weird
with both
thought.
of those.
Monologuing is power, and the Council of the Eldest sounds really, really funny.
I'm good for it.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Bee, I really like that you pulled that over there because I was thinking the same thing. Like,
It's
what
a
if?
dispute, you know?
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh.
What if you had to like do like a hunt maybe in order to solve things?
Oh my goodness. I like that.
And then the way people go about the hunt and then consuming their hunt has like different social ramifications.
Yes.
Could be cool. Could be cool.
I'm sorry, I moved this over here. I'm reading the fragmentation from open versus reserve groups and the fragmentation by access to food / what they eat seems interesting to me. But so is fragmentation open versus reserved with the wild eating habit versus civil ways to consume.
It might have to get trimmed down as we go because
Yeah.
it's a little rocky, but I like the foundation that's establishing itself.
I kind of feel like this one could be combined here. Like maybe these sculpted flutes, what make
The
the
weather and
sounds
the
are
moon.
like gifts down from Moon Mother.
Oh, yeah. Religion is cultural, and two people who say thanks to the moon differently. That
Oh,
feels natural.
Yeah.
Smart.
Thank you.
Does Class Wars maybe come up with the monologuing as power Council of the Eldest?
Council, yeah.
Yeah, because maybe class doesn't have to be, about, because if there's not enough abundance to have luxury, it's not about, wealth of things, but instead wealth of power.
Oh, Lex, I really like that. Wealth of power. That's a sweet concept.
Yeah. We actually combined everything into something.
That's
Any
wild.
other
That
things
doesn't
we
actually
need to
happen
do?
very often.
No, it really doesn't. I'm gonna.
Oh, no.
I think. Uh-oh. Incoming.
Just writing that down so you don't forget it.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I'm terrified because it's such a good thing that I worry that if we don't get it down, it might escape our brains.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Honestly, Will, I thought that you were announcing another internet hiccup, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna disappear!"
Same for a second. I'm like, oh no, what? Okay, no.
Yeah. Hopefully, not too many more internet hiccups.
What
I
do
do.
we
I
have,
promise. I
7
have a new
viewers?
modem incoming. Yeah. Let's do some voting. I think.
Oh yeah.
This looks great. This is such a cool set of stuff. 6, 7. Yeah. Let's do 3 votes again, I think.
3 votes. Okay.
Yeah.
And these ones,
Hard mode.
only what is actually voted for with the most votes will remain.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's tough. Okay. Here we go.
Oh, I didn't get to. Oh, no, I'm in. Never mind.
You're in?
I'm
Okay,
just
good.
done.
You solved
Don't
it.
say that about my friend.
Oh.
Oh no, I want it all. Okay. Okay, for sure.
This is impossibly hard.
Yeah.
Only one that I'm like certain of, and everything else is like, I mean, I could, or maybe
Man, it's okay. It's fine. Everything's
Oh,
fine.
no. Oh, no.
60 seconds, Emily. You can do this.
So hard.
Frig.
I'm so bad at voting.
I don't
Okay.
feel good about that.
No, I
don't
wanted to
either.
vote for more.
All right, let's see what we came up with.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Not the one I thought was gonna get all the votes.
Wow. All
Me
right.
either, honestly.
This is
No, I think
cool.
that's great.
I like it. Yeah. Okay. Let me get my little drag thing here so I can drag some of these around. move those down to here. And that one to there. We just voted in the wrong places.
place.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Get that down.
Are we keeping the 2s?
I would like to.
I think we probably should.
Because otherwise we only have 2 things.
Yeah. It feels right to keep the 2s. Do you agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
And
So we have a 4, 3, 2 2s.
that was rough. That was rough to watch.
Hilarious. I am in love with that though.
Yeah.
Because we basically got everything we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for the one. It was hard. Okay. I think that's it. So we ended up with the moon goddess, the sculpted flutes, the weather control. We ended up with the Class Wars Council of Eldest monologuing, and then also the magic can be cast, like the moon magic stuff and the water magic stuff. So we have 2 types of magic here. This is pretty cool. Or power, at least. Debatable whether water is magic, but I think it probably is, since they're also ley lines. I think there's a neat dichotomy there. That could be fun.
The tides, man. The tides.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Let's go on to the culture and organizations.
Okay.
There are more sticky notes down below if you want them, but we can use these up here again as well. You can move them
I
over
refreshed
closer.
them, so there's
Yep.
yeah, some magnitude.
Moving them closer is always nice if you like to. You don't have to. Yeah. So culture and organizations is like, this is interesting. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up because we have beliefs fall under here. People and heritages, legends, past events, secret groups, not secret groups, like schools and institutions. Things that are, some of those might be secret too. But yeah, really all of that kind of thing. Again, it shouldn't be an actual place, but it could be the foundation of what will later become also a landmark, right? Or a person who's a member of one of these things or who has this belief. So keep that in mind for future. And we'll keep building on. Wow, I can't. Everybody who's watching my screen is probably really dizzy now. Keep in mind, we still want to continue to build on the things that we've sort of canonized so far. But yeah, culture and orgs. I think we can do this one in probably 3 minutes again. Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
Okay. I will start a timer. We can write some.
Oh, I need to go look at that little blurb you just gave me. You just said, there it is. Beliefs, people, heritages, legends, past events, secret groups, schools, institutions. Beliefs, people, heritages, legends. I love a legend.
Oh gosh. And peoples, that means like I should throw down stuff like werewolves, vampires, other cool creatures that people can play.
This didn't come out as a culture org, but I'm going to put it in anyway. Maybe we can reframe it somehow. Anyway, if you're still typing, go ahead and finish. And
I'm just going to keep that little one down here because I know I'm going to add something as y'all talk.
excellent.
Moon rabbits!
Rabbits.
Yes!
Would you like to read them, Lex?
Sure, but I have to zoom in a little bit, so bear with me.
Sure, I can zoom in some too.
Sorry. Okay. Starting from top right, I've got Moon Mother, cults that venerate the deep, hedge witches.
Ooh.
Once there was a moon child. Living statues are older than all living memory. Many cults that venerate the moon, cults that venerate the night. Tunnel runners. The council. Thank the moon by drinking water in the moonlight with your hands. Magical academies, modes of study. Reconstructed folk. Think Frankenstein's monster. The Aquifer Professionals Guild. Moon Blessed all have pale, luminous eyes. Vampires with an exclamation point. A belief if you don't spend time in the moonlight or bathing in the ley lines, you'll go mundane.
Ooh.
Bunnies were the OG folk on the moon. Water folk. Shifters, werewolves, foxes, bears. And Way of Water, a group that maintains the ley lines. Am I missing anything? I can't see anything.
I think you
I
got them all.
love these.
These
They're
are fun.
And there's some clear connections, and then there's just like, I need to know more.
So you can always ask a question, ask for someone to clarify something that they've written. But in addition to that, I think we can just start to look at ones that feel like they are like they just belong together because they are similar or the same. Don't think there's any same, but there are definitely some similar.
We got the cults.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
The night cults, the deep cults, the
So, weird thought. I used the word cults because I couldn't, my brain would not give me another word for group of people that has a similar idea about things. But I almost
what if each of them sees the other ones as cults?
Yeah, but additionally, I was thinking some of those feel like it's. I mean, you've got the shifters. It feels like, of course, they venerate the moon, and then you've got like vampires. Of course, they venerate the night. Like that. That's where my brain jumped to, and I was like, "Whoa!"
I'm into it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could do
I
that.
like that a lot too, because we don't generally with this game, we don't actually say you are X, you are. We leave freedom to the player to decide. So they can just say, oh, this is a gothic realm where there's a lot of moon and water, and then they can make up whatever they are. So actually having them in subject.
Oh no!
Because it will allow the people to choose. Did I get cut off?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're back.
Dang it!
Or you said
Right,
allowing people to sub, and that's where you cut.
Dang it. Okay, so basically, people get to choose what they want. So if they can choose the subsections of deep, night, and moon, then they can make up whatever they want to play.
Yeah.
I like having those distinctions instead of saying specifics.
Am I regrouping these together then? Based on that?
We could. So we could do night with vampires. Do we have anything deep?
Waterfolk?
Waterfolk.
Oh, waterfolk. Yeah.
But also possibly tunnel runners? I don't know what I meant with that.
To me, that one, where was it? It crossed over with... maybe that wasn't here. Oh, the Way of the Water, a group that maintains the ley lines.
Oh.
I figured like that was like the slang way you'd talk about the water, the Way of the Water.
And maybe the Aquifer Professionals Guild is similar, or would they be different?
For sure. That's what I had in mind anyway. Okay. But
ooh, I kind of get the vibe that like the Aquifer Professionals Guild is like the civil, like the more like they have access to a little bit more versus the tunnel runners. They just trust their instincts. Like they're very much one with the water.
Now I'm sitting here thinking you've got the sanctioned organization, the guild, the professional organization, and then you've got these amateurs.
Yeah, just these guys, just some little people, folk hanging out, doing water stuff.
Are we okay to put them together? I think
it makes sense.
Having
yeah, two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe these two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, now we're kind of like...
I almost feel like Magical Academy's modes of study can go with the council, but also the hedge witches, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, and that's where I've been kind of like sitting on that. I don't know.
For now, I'm just lumping them together. We can pull them apart if we want. Is it okay if I put bunnies with moon cults?
Yeah.
It was fun.
I like it. We've got a reconstructed folk.
I feel where I was going with that is pulling back to that thought of weather.
Cut off.
Oh, sorry. Moonbless could go. Oh no!
I'm kind of interested in these being like two sides of a coin in some ways, right? Like you've got your reconstructed folk, and then you've got your living statues, which are like
different
reconstructed
kind of
folk are made from like science-y / magic, but the living statues are definitely old magic, right?
I like that. We do have very much of like the old versus new magic vibe that's been kind of coming back. So I'm gonna write that out and attach it just for our own brains.
I don't know what I was thinking with the Moonchild. It was just
that was giving vibes of like the legend of the Moonchild, you know? Like we've all heard it.
Maybe it goes with the Moonblessed.
I'm good with that.
Ooh, yeah. Makes for a really good legend. You know, once upon a time there was a Moonchild. They had pale, luminous eyes and gangly limbs.
Yeah, This is pretty good grouping. Anything else we want to think about, or should we prepare to vote?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm ready to cast my vote.
Good. That is what we want.
Oh, that's what it was. Would it be all right to combine the magical modes of study, all that grouping, with the if you don't spend time in the moonlight, you go mundane?
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
That seems funny.
Well, that just makes voting easier too.
So
thank you. As part of your studies, you have to spend time in the moonlight every night.
Or at least during the peak moon hours.
This does lend a question. Is it going to come up? We've got landmarks, people. Maybe before we move. What the sun? What do we think of daytime? Like,
yeah, there isn't any.
Mundane.
Forget it.
It's
mundane.
for the mundane.
It's just boring.
I like the idea that maybe the sun isn't always around. Like, it's pretty gloomy.
The weather, yeah.
Okay, because that, like, the context of, like, we've been describing so much of, like, the nighttime activities. What happens in the other 12 hours of this? If there is a solar rotation.
So weird thought, and I don't know if it necessarily goes here or somewhere else, but just got sparked by that. If there's like secret groups in the universal and like secret powers, survival of the fittest, maybe it's that in the daylight it's like, cool, whatever, we don't talk about Bruno level of what happens at night stays at night.
That's a whole layer of, like, we've got this pretty basic ass world, and I feel like daytime is probably short, like whatever the shape of our moon and how it's rotating with whatever giant gaseous orb that we have, whatever's burning in the sky. Like, maybe our sun is smaller. I want more nighttime because I want that to be an entirely different, like you said, like it's a different world. It's a different vibe.
Yeah.
But maybe we can still vote because I don't think that actually changes anything. But that did help my understanding of everything else. So I do appreciate
those
that.
are good. Those are good concepts, though. Yeah. Let's go ahead and vote. So we'll go ahead and do 3 again. I think there are 7 items here, so that should give us a good chance to pick our favorites.
I have a question. Are all the different types of subgroups with these cults, are they all one, or are they? I have to put a vote on each one that I want to have exist?
Currently, they would need votes. I can change that, though.
No, it's okay. I was just thinking.
Okay.
Only get 3. Oh no.
Sad day. I had to make a decision.
Oh, I'm struggling still. Because it's also like they're not all cohesive. If I can only pick, I mean, they can be, but like, I don't know.
I'm having a hard time too.
Dang. Okay. This one.
Okay. Let's see what it looks like.
Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Oh,
Wow.
come on.
Again.
Look at us.
Not what I expected.
Yeah.
I really like this anonymous voting because I think we're getting the options that would maybe not have been selected had we had time to convince other people otherwise.
It's neat, right? I like it a lot too. Let's move that. So we got our big Academy Study Council Moon beliefs. Then we got our shifters. Big on our shifters. Then we have our new versus old magics, natural magics, statues, reconstructed folk, and stuff. And then our Way of Water, Aquifer, Tunnel Runner folk.
That was one of my favorites.
Yeah. This is good.
It was so hard, though. Like,
It really was.
I don't know why this was so much harder.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, we
I
should
feel like
do
from here on it
landmarks.
gets easier.
It does, yeah.
The
we really
title is
get into
narrowing.
now we really can get into the proper nouns, and so even if you can't think of something as a concept, you can just make up a weird name for something, and that can be kind of fun. So yeah, let's do landmarks. So landmarks are places you can point to on a map, basically, right? It's like, hey, here's this statue, here's this bridge, here's this building, here's this cave, here's, things like that. That's pretty much it. You can definitely give them proper names, which is super fun. I don't know. How long do we think? Still want to go 3 minutes, or do we want to drop it down to 2?
I mean, I'm fine with any orcs. I'm just going to talk throughout them no matter what.
Let's do 2.
Let's do 2.
I think we can do it.
Let's try it. Okay, here we go. Landmarks. Ugh. Oh, goodness. These are fun. Would you be up for reading these ones for us, Bee?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Let me see. All right, so for landmarks, we have Luna's Ley Lines, the Harvest Moon Tavern, the unnamed tunnel between the old and the new Practitioners Academy. Luna Lake, a perfectly still lake where some say the goddess will speak to you. The Cathedral of Luna, Strawberry Moon Inn, Spire, the largest tower. Where? Windsong canyons, sandstone canyons that are musical in the wind. Very cool. School of Natural Science, School of Rhetoric, School of Engineers, School of is it supposed to be alchemistry? Just Pauline's. Garden of the Ancients, and Gargoyle Ridge, where gargoyles roost. Nice. Or is it just act chemistry? Oh, okay. I'm like, that could be a word. I like it. Pauline's is the one I want to know most about. Who is Pauline?
And what is her place?
Yeah.
Their place. Yeah.
This is such a good list.
Yeah. What do we want to combine? Because it would be better together than it is apart. Let's talk it out. Remember, we just want to make sure that both people agree. Both authors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Luna Ley Lines and Luna Lake.
Maybe some ley lines could run off the lake, if you're cool with that.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, we have a lot of educational places. If they would be like an academy, part of the same campus, maybe. Okay, what is where, and where? I think I added an extra where. Oh no, you're muted, Lex. I need to know.
Oh, I was just like, I don't know. I just threw some words together. Maybe it's a law firm. I don't know.
Where, and where.
A law firm.
We can workshop that one still.
It's like the neutral meeting ground for anybody who's scared to get together with other people.
That makes
Maybe.
sense.
I'm just pitching concepts.
Yeah.
Or maybe
it could also be the name of the overbroad schools.
That's actually, yeah, what is like the Academy of Sorts needs a name.
Yeah. You landed the graveyard next to the cathedral. It feels like they would be good together, though.
Oh, that's so funny. I didn't do that intentionally. But they usually do go hand in hand.
Another interesting thought. Maybe the spire goes with those two things, too.
Ooh. I love a suspicious spire.
You could put the gargoyle thing there, too.
Yeah.
I like the idea that the Garden of the Ancients houses the living statues.
That's what I was thinking too, yeah. Just, that's where they live.
Yeah, I love that.
You can go there if you want to speak with them. So, weird thought. I'm thinking that, like, the School of Rhetoric or whatever, and quite possibly the School of Alchemistry, are technically, like, old practitioner schools, and like, natural science engineers are new practitioners, but maybe alchemistry is also new. I don't know.
That's a really, okay, yeah, how do we divide?
I don't know. Pauline's get out of here.
I feel like what I love about these three right here, the schools of the science and alchemistry and engineers, is that we established that magic is suspicious, right?
Yeah,
and
science
like
is super
people who go here are probably going to be like people going to be suspicious of that. That's interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Why are you going to school to learn how to build things? Who does that?
Why are you eating people? Bathe in the moonlight. Stupid books.
I don't know if tourism's a thing, but
Could we put the canyons near there?
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Oh,
I love that.
Oh, I have a thought. May
Yeah.
I I'll just add my own sticky note to it so I can get to it.
Because again, like we have so much of the like I love building the landmarks for like the moon based iconography and areas. However, yeah, like we've got these suspicious schools that are going on in secret. But then like what happens during the daytime? The Strawberry Moon Inn and the great Windsong Canyons.
Mm-hmm.
We could combine, if we're having inns at good places to visit, the Harvest Moon Tavern by the Luna ley lines and the Luna Lake could be interesting.
Oh yeah. Those I feel like are just like
I also have a thought.
mm-hmm.
Maybe we add the Garden of the Ancients near the lake.
Ooh.
Could do that. It could also be near the School of Rhetoric, if that is the old school.
True.
Yeah, I like the School of
you get your
Rhetoric.
lessons in the garden. Okay.
The ancients teach you things. You have to try and stay awake through the lesson.
So something that we haven't quite answered. I'm just looking at some of the other stuff we had.
So I kind of built a little map down here at the bottom, but I don't know that these are actually related.
No, I think that makes sense. I do like that combination. If you're cool with combining this mess together.
Which we could. I mean, you could do this like we're doing an actual map thing. You could put these on the top like that. And then above the tunnel is the neutral meeting ground.
Nice.
Did I copy that like everywhere? I did, didn't I? Oh, that's wild. I plopped in that guild again because that's the one thing that we haven't quite placed.
Mm.
And I was, yeah.
There you
Like
go.
the lake is the entrance to some degree. I like that a lot. And then, okay, beloved romantic location, cute. So Pauline's.
It's fine if that just drops off. I don't know what Pauline's is. It was just I needed to get that out of my head so I could get actual stuff out.
I do that.
I get it.
I do that a lot. Okay. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to make some voting stuff. I think.
Can I say one thing about Pauline's?
Yes, please.
I think it would be very cool if it was like a sanctuary. Like Pauline was a person who like had like a really big heart maybe, and it became like a safe space for anybody who could come stay in.
Aw.
Because we have a lot of like contention, I feel like, with this wealth of power, and we have different things. I just feel like it could be nice to have a place where people can go.
I'm going to do 4 votes.
Okay.
Because we actually have quite a few groups here. Let's see how it goes.
Wait, 4?
Yes.
Thank you.
Or
Also, hello to your dog.
Okay, ready?
That was easier than any of them.
Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, look at that school.
We
Interesting.
need that garden. We need
Everything
that
got a
garden.
vote again.
That's
No,
hilarious.
not the Harvest Moon Tabernacle.
I didn't vote for the Harvest Moon. Oh, Pauline's got a vote.
Pauline's got a vote. Yeah. All right. We're gonna put those ones down here. That one at the top. This one. And this one. I have 2. I think
I'm unsurprised by the 2 that got 4, but I
I
thought
am
maybe
as
another
well.
one was going to be high.
We probably just
Yeah.
split the votes too much.
Yeah, I think so. I think we had, 3 across these ones down here, which, I'm guessing some of that's going to make its way into the actual thing that we design, M.
Yeah,
I just
it
have
just
this
seems
sinking
fun.
suspicion that it will. All right. Well, this is great. Now we can create some people.
Yeah.
So people are just people. They can be fully like detailed as much as you want on a single note, or it can just be a name, or it can just be a name and some pronouns, or it can just be a concept and some pronouns, or it can just be a concept by itself, or whatever, right? And descriptions, like physical or personality, all sorts of things, anything you want. And then we can combine them together if we like. The interesting thing about Vi is every character in Vi has an enemy. And so we will probably pull some enemies from this list to be enemies of people's characters. So keep that in mind. That could be fun. Yeah. A couple minutes? 2 minutes?
Sure.
Keep it
We
nice
can do
and
lots of
short.
people in 2 minutes, right?
I think so.
Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. If you're still writing one, go ahead and finish it. Start kind of organizing these a little bit, and I'll take a turn. I will read them. So I'm assuming some of these are names. I know I did that with one of mine. But we'll start out with the Dainty Slayer. We don't know the name of the Dainty Slayer, but they are dainty and they are a slayer. We have Bite Mark. That is a proper name. We have the Luna Slayer. We have eldest brother. We have war. We have waxing gibbous. Love that. Great name. Victor. I think that's how we're pronouncing that. Regis. Friendly Phil. They're always trying to get opposing parties to agree.
Oh, friendly Phil.
Yeah. We have brand new Taji? Taji?
Mhm.
Taji.
Taji.
Okay. Rabbit and Wolf. Nice. Waning Crescent. Yes. Waning Crescent. Waning. I don't know how to say it.
I say both, yeah.
I'm the worst. Daphne, an ancient statue with a lot of sass. Tulu, a powerful shifter with a mean streak.
Hieronymus.
Hieronymus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like the painter.
Yes. Ursa.
Mm-hmm.
Lay, aloof, comma, vicious. Crebus, a wizened, excitable fella. Sister Solstice, and Edward Eclipse.
I love alliteration.
Good times. Very good. All right. I think there are a couple of these that are more titles than names. That's often a thing that will get combined during this round.
Okay.
It's not necessary. And then I guess if there are a couple of concepts where you're like, hey, this was my concept and I feel like it's basically the same concept, we could group a couple of them together, but often there's less grouping that happens at this step. But anything that sounds good, we should do. What do we think?
Yeah. So, like, do you want, like, should we flesh out some of the names? Like, is that kind of our...
Yeah, we could. We could totally make, like, we could make Victor the Dainty Slayer, for example, or, you know.
Do it. Do it.
Got it. Cool.
Do you like that, Anne?
I love that.
Okay. What else?
I love the idea that Bite Mark is actually brand new, and they named themselves Bite Mark because they're so proud of being new.
Ah.
If y'all are okay with that.
Yeah.
I was initially thinking brand new was one of the reconstructed folk, but that is so much funnier.
I think that's really fun. I like it.
Just looking back at our culture. So we've got guild members, some shifters, statues, and reconstructed folk.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe like
I have a weird pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say waxing and waning could maybe be the let me scroll back over. Not the living statues, the reconstructed folk.
Mm.
Or the living, like one or the other. I like titles, I like words, nouns for those.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it'd be interesting if we did like Luna Slayer and eldest brother are like actually siblings and they go by Rabbit and Wolf.
Ooh.
Mm.
I don't know which is which, but I thought that would be kind of like an interesting thing. Like maybe
yeah.
the Luna Slayer is a secret identity, right? And eldest brother is part of their relationship.
I feel like they'd probably be shifters.
Ooh, what if
Totally
Rabbit was
could
the
be
Luna
shifters.
Slayer and Wolf is eldest brother?
I think that'd be really cool.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Mhm.
You can do it like this so we know.
Yeah.
Could Draw a little arrow. Yeah.
I love that. What else?
Are their names Usa and Ursa?
That is one name. I don't know
Ursa,
anything
Ursa.
about them.
That's one
but
name. Okay.
Okay.
One name.
That's fine.
We can make up whatever we want around them. It's just a name.
Doesn't Usa mean rabbit in Japanese? I'm like
Maybe.
89%
I don't
of
know.
the way sure.
I know Ursa's bear,
Hmm.
but I don't know in like Latin maybe. Let's see. Ursa.
Yeah. And apparently the name for bear was lost, the original name, because everyone referred to it as this, like, not epithet, that's not the word, but they had a different name for it because the thought was if you named the thing, it brought it to you.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So whatever it used to be called, we don't have that word anymore.
That's so neat.
That's fascinating.
Rabbit is Usagi.
Okay.
Thank you.
So close, but yeah.
This might be good. Do we want to vote on our groups?
Yeah. Unless
We've
there's
got
another.
shifters, we've got struck or the living statues, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got Aquifer Professional Guild. Any notable guild person?
Mm-hmm. Regis?
We could have like some people who work at the Moon Inn or the Harvest Moon Tavern too.
Hieronymus?
Mm-hmm.
Hieronymus is a fun name for
I
a
like Hieronymus.
professional.
They'd be a good like tunnel runner and or guild person. One of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Poya the Elder, I wonder?
Maybe they run the Cathedral of Luna.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm.
Oh. And then maybe Sister Solstice goes with Poya the Elder?
Yeah.
Mm. I like that.
Definitely. Definitely.
Here's the thing.
Did we lose them? I can't find the name anymore.
Sister Solstice is bottom left.
There it is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are part of the cathedral.
Hey, so Lay. What if that is the name of one of Rabbit and Wolf?
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So it seems like a good way to earn a nickname.
Yeah. So we've got statues reconstructed, the tunnel, bunnies, shifters, check, and check. Got somebody from the cathedral. Do we have any nerds? Any well educated?
We got Rebus.
Right. Okay. Wizened, excitable fella.
And then we got Daphne on the other end of things.
Mm-hmm.
And we said Daphne. Ancient statue. Right. Okay. Cool. Cool.
So we have 15 items here.
I
I think we should vote for 6 of them.
want them all.
All right.
Right. Ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Okay. So
I lied. I'm not ready.
no one is
That's
ready.
okay.
No one is ready.
No. How many do we get?
6.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yes. I definitely got to vote for that guy.
I don't remember all the details we gave them.
We're just waiting for one.
That might have been me. I think I've got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang
I
it.
love watching people's like cursors run around the map, like trying to figure out which one to vote for.
Here we go.
I think I've done all of them.
Let's have a look. Let's see where we landed. This one's going to be interesting.
I think there's going to be a lot of ones.
Wow. Wow.
I thought there was going to be
pretty
so many
aligned.
ones. Wow.
I'm really surprised. I'm not surprised at many of the 4s.
Right, the 4s make sense.
Yeah, they make sense. But yeah.
But like Hieronymus, they just got a cool name.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If any of you want to, let's just say the name is fitting. If you want to see the man's paintings, they were wild.
I'm gonna look that up while we rearrange some things.
All right. There's our 4s.
Weird.
Bite mark made it.
Yeah,
I'm
Bite
happy.
Mark. I didn't vote for Bite Mark.
It's okay. I did.
I'm excited that they're in though.
Okay.
Did Crebus make it?
Crebus. Crebus is a 1.
Okay.
So, there's
Yeah,
a possibility there.
Yeah.
Poor Crebus.
I know. Daphne and Crebus. I think I voted for one of them.
Same. I voted for whatever one you didn't vote for then, I guess.
I think that's right. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's move on. We got our people.
Woo.
Now we're gonna do goodies. This is the last real step. And we're doing pretty good on time. This isn't bad. All right. So goodies these are narratively relevant stuff, basically. Right? It can be something as silly as words.
Mhm.
I know words.
A yo-yo.
Like items, like
yeah, a
tome that
a separated arm. Yeah, just an arm. Could be an arm.
A towel from Hitchhiker's Guide
A
to the
towel.
Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes,
A
yes.
ring
Okay,
from
so
Lord of the
we're
Rings.
looking for like the iconic things that you'd be like, yeah, in yeah. Okay.
And we also have in Vi, we have items of power. So every character, they have an enemy, they have an item of power, they have a trouble of some sort, and then they have some kind of power of their own, some sort of inbuilt power, right? So there's a real possibility that we could be creating items that a character would have in the game. So this could be fun. Basically, it could be as big as a vehicle or as small as, like a fingernail or I guess a grain of sand. So whatever you can actually hold on to. 2 minutes again, do you think?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
We definitely need a book.
Kitty.
Oh no, you can hear her. She's
I love
screaming
it.
at me for
I
food.
love it.
Is that the cat still?
Yes.
Mhm.
Screaming.
She's now
"Hello!"
behind my green screen, hoping against hope that I'll pay attention.
Okay, go ahead and wrap up your finishing one. Would you like to read these ones, Em? How's your connection?
I think that I'm stable right now.
Excellent.
Let me go for it. Okay. So for goodies, we have a bunch of things on here. We have spell moths, magic written on their wings. That is just starting us off super strong. That's awesome. We have familiar, which are spies. The diamond chip. Could you expound on the diamond chip, Will?
I certainly cannot. No.
Okay, cool. Just checking. I have brass knuckles, but for teeth. Wayne, like this little retainer.
It's like,
but
yeah, you
for
what are
fighting.
the things you wear at night. You're like your mouth guard or retainer, but
Brass retainer.
Wayne writes. It's a combat retainer, please. Wainwright's wristband. What is that?
I don't remember what a Wainwright is.
But
Just
alliteration.
sounded good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely does. A glass heart. The last lucky appendage. Broken, not broken. Whistle. Ooh, like you blow it and you don't hear anything, but something can.
Mm.
Monocle of truth. See hidden things / see through lies.
Ooh.
Titan's tears. The vessel. Vague and scary. Pocket watch of manifestation summons animals. The screaming cats in the tunnels. That's my goodie for sure.
Yes.
Tome of Tears, oral history written down of the moon.
Ooh.
That's cool. Circlet of moonlight. Silver dagger of slaying. Robe of flowing water. Looks like flowing water. That's sick.
Mm-hmm.
A flowing flask. Igor dumbwaiter. Nice.
A dumbwaiter. I like it.
We've got Water Weaver and the Lucky Moon Rabbit Foot. Incredible.
So like
Nice.
we
Wow.
can't. How do we? What do we do with these now? How do we group them?
I don't know.
That's great
I
question.
think Will
I
is
think
still
that Will might have
frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might go.
Oh, he's back.
There we go.
Welcome back, Will.
Oh, I was gone. I heard you the whole time.
Oh, weird.
What do you think about Lucky Moon Rabbit Foot and Last Lucky Appendage?
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
is good.
Okay.
That is
There are
good.
ways to group this. I see.
There aren't a lot, but there may be a couple.
Titan's tears and vials of moonlight.
Yeah. Yep. Where's
Yeah,
files? I'll move that down.
Mm-hmm. They could be kept in the vessel. Just saying.
Ooh, love a good vessel. Is the vessel the glass heart, or is that too many? We're combining too many things now.
Put it together. It's a glass heart. How else are you going to store your tears?
Right?
What do you think, Em?
I kind of like the idea of the glass heart actually being combined with the flowing flask.
Oh.
Like the flask is in the shape of a heart.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And like an anatomically correct heart.
Yes.
Yeah, oh, that's exactly what I was imagining too.
Cool.
Can I make a note of that on there?
Yes.
Please.
I feel like an anatomically, why won't it accept my letters? Anatomically correct internal organ in this world would be just bizarre because nobody really does that sort of stuff.
Yeah, who even knows that?
Except for whoever makes reconstructed folk, I guess.
Yep. I like that then. There's like some taboo behind it, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe people are in search of the diamond chips to put in their breasts, knucks for teeth, so they can actually cut.
Wait. Chips like a chip of a thing, or like a chip like what do you call them in
Like a
UK?
poker
Like crisps. Oh, or even poker chips. What kind of chips we talking here?
Just a tiny piece of diamond, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sharp, probably.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
I would like to pitch the broken, not broken whistle actually doing the summoning of animals.
Ooh.
Yes.
That feels right.
So Wainwright
I
is a
like
wagon builder.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool because that's like you have like a pocket dimension of like transportation.
That's fun.
You're like, okay, let me just activate my cool wristband. Boom, wagon,
Wagon.
carriage, animals, pull it.
Pocket wagon.
That's
Transportation.
Now, is this wagon
made it
Red
so much
Rider
better.
or... Just kidding.
That'd be funny though, just wheeling through this dark world with a red rider.
Water Weaver. Who wrote that one, and what is the interpretation?
I was trying to think of a device that helped you like either manipulate water or improve like your flow of magic if you use magic from like water and stuff. But I couldn't actually functionize it in my brain space. So I
What do
just
you
put
think?
the alliteration down and left it for someone else to interpret.
Because that could go well with like the robes, the circlet. Maybe not the monocle. Yeah, probably those two things. Maybe not the dagger. Yeah, the robe.
I'm
or the
happy
circlet.
either way.
I don't think
happy
you should be
either way,
wearing robes
honestly.
in the water, so maybe the circlet. Robes might weigh you down, you know. What do you call it? Like a magic focus, your arcane focus. Arcane focus.
Yes.
I'm sitting here imagining the robe of flowing water allows vampires to cross flowing water.
Ah. I like that.
Or maybe they can't wear it because it's flowing water.
That's even funnier. Wear this robe. You can't cross me. You can't cross me.
You can't cross a street when you're wearing this. Okay. This seems pretty good. Anything else we want to propose?
Can I put the screaming cats in the tunnels with the familiar spies?
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking that actually.
Please.
Yeah, I think that's
my
great.
cat screaming in the background. I'm like, what item? I don't know. It's a real cat screaming in the water tunnels. But they're just like they're calling to you. Like that's how they communicate with like echolocation.
That's a terrifying thought. Just cats in the tunnels that you never see. They're just, you know, they're there.
You hear them.
Where is it?
Amazing. Okay, let's see.
I think we've combined what we can.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let's say we vote for 5.
Okay.
Ooh, so many.
I know. Okay.
Wait, how did I not see spell mods? Was that there the whole time?
Oh, yeah.
What? That's
Yeah,
so
it was
cool.
the first one we read.
Isn't
I
it?
was not listening. I'm so sorry. That is awesome.
It's okay. I barely listen when I read.
It was just like that first item. My brain was just still rebooting. Oh, no votes left. Okay.
I always race through my first few votes and then take forever on my last 2.
Right.
This is my struggle right now.
It's like when I try and write
strategy.
like a sign on a large piece of paper, like my first letter is humongous.
And beautiful.
And then
it gets more and more cramped.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
Okay.
I knew spell moss was going to be a top for sure.
Yes. Again, I can't believe I didn't see it. It's so heckin' cool.
Yeah.
Wow, we were really aligned on this one.
Yeah, more than I thought.
I feel like I was so torn on like whether I should do familiar or the lucky rabbit one. Like that could have changed up that number. What else was the one? The brass knuckles and the monocle. Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
I love that.
Interesting.
Heart.
Good times.
This was so much fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, that turned out really well.
Heck yeah.
I am so excited to come back. So what'll happen next? We'll end here tonight. This was a lot of fun. And Em and I will come back and we will apply this realm building to the game, basically.
Awesome.
And that, let's see. We don't need to look at that anymore. Let's look at us. Hi.
I mean, I was gonna say before you stop, Sharon, do we have a new card that we could see? Or is that
Oh yeah. We should look at that.
So it's still a work in
Definitely
progress.
fix that.
I gotta fix that thing. But
Do you want me to like move? Where should I move? Where I see your cursor. I'll be there. I'm right under you.
I want to do the
give me a
copy and
sec.
paste onto the board.
Yeah, we
Wait a
could.
sec. Where am I at? Where am I at? Here? I don't even know. Where am I? Let's see if it'll do it.
yes?
No,
No.
not it. There.
Let's see if.
It'll do
Yay, there we go.
Yes.
So,
Amazing.
Very nice. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So yeah. So in the background, we kind of have a sort of a cathedral sort of concept.
Yep,
With
just
the
a
rose
rough
window.
little shape of it at the
Yeah.
moment, but I gotta tighten it up, get it going. At the very
Yeah.
least, I fixed.
Do you want
the-
to tell us about the image?
Yeah.
Sure. So a lot of like traditional versions of this card have like the moon, 2 dogs, a river, and like lobster in the middle, of the bottom. And I was like, what if the lobster was a gargoyle? And what if one of the dogs was not a dog? And it just kind of devolved from there.
Heck yeah.
They're more or less just dancing in a foggy courtyard and super gothic looking stuff in it, I guess.
I love it.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And then
Very
in the
cool.
background, that's going to be like stained glass. Is that, if I remember right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Stained
cool. So
glass
like the whole moon
window
section
and
here.
shadowy concept of a cathedral, maybe.
Nice.
Literally so excited for this one. It's going to be gorge.
Absolutely.
Once my hands are functional again, I can get back to work.
That's so great. I'm excited. The moon is going to be really cool. I can't wait to spring it on Ike. Yeah, guess what?
Your poor playtester.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Well, let's see. Let's like pass it around really quick and let people know where to find you. And yeah, let's do that. So we'll start with Bee.
All right. Hello. I've been Bee Zelda. You can find me on all social media platforms as Bee Zelda _. A podcaster, writer, streamer, person who eats a lot of food like chocolate and just like processed sugar. It's my favorite. Yeah, follow me if you like tabletop games and or cat memes. Mostly a lot of cat memes.
Yeah, I think that's like the purpose of the internet, right?
I think it is.
Yeah. All right. And Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I also go by Forta on the internet. You can find me most places at Forta-ver, some variation of it, with and without the dash, and Lex Arts with 2 X's, like my Patreon. You should follow that, even if you don't become a supporter. Just it's where I've been posting what I'm up to lately. So.
Love that.
We'll have to put a
Awesome.
link in the description.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I suppose that would be a good idea.
It would. Send us that in Discord and we'll just like make sure it gets in there. Any link that you would like. And then M.
I'm M. I'm the GM, Anthrama, that nerd wandering around on the internet, playing in too many games every week. I would like to say that it is not a problem. It's a passion. But yeah, you can find me on this channel many times a month and on my home channel, Level 1 Geek. We are recording the last episode of our podcast tonight, actually, almost right after this one. And then that'll go up on the internet soon. But we just put out episode 23 on all podcast platforms. And there's a lot of it here on YouTube. Just look up Level 1 Geek. And that's me.
Awesome. Good luck on the last episode. That's so cool.
I know, I'm really excited.
And I'm Will. You can find me here occasionally, or you can look up Adept Icarus. That's my company. We make RPGs. So yeah, check it out. Thanks for joining, y'all. Should we like slow wave until the awkward silence of the actual
Classic.
end of the stream
Classic.
happens?
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's this finger dance?
It's gonna